Howdy guys, Bookie Laura here. Today I'm bringing you yet another book review because I've read the first book in the Amulet series, book 1, which is called The Stonekeeper. I couldn't remember that for a really long time, by Kazu Kibuishi. And I'm going to tell you about it. I intended to read it as part of the, whatever the readathon was, Books in the Freezer, because apparently it's horror, but I didn't. I ran out of time. I read, you know, all the others, I think. This was the only one I didn't fit into the time, so I'm going to tell you about it now instead. So this is basically, it's a graphic novel, it's horror, it's middle grade. That basically summarises it in a nutshell. It tells the story of two kids who I think, you know, they move to a new house and their mum gets like kidnapped by a monster. Anyway, they go down in the cellar and then they creep off into a world of mystery and drama and monsters and stuff. As ever, graphic novels are not for me. I've tried it again, and I still don't get it. But as graphic novels go, this is pretty good actually. It was, the story was really interesting up to a point. I think their mum, I don't know, I found the picture of her a bit weird, so I didn't really connect with her. See, maybe this is why me and graphic novels don't get along. I'm looking at the picture going, oh, your mum looks weird, rather than, you know, thinking about what's happening to her. But anyway, I'm going to put my timer here so I don't keep looking down. But yeah, it was all right. But I think with graphic novels, maybe it's my tendency to flick on really quickly, like my eyes, I can't just be absorbed in that moment. My eyes are like, oh, what's there? So I never get that kind of, oh no, what's going to happen, because my eyes have already looked. I don't know. But yeah, as graphic novels go, I think if you like graphic novels, you'll like it. Why not? But if graphic novels aren't as much for you, then, you know, it's alright. I'm going to take it into my class and see what they make of it, so that will be quite interesting. They love a good graphic novel. Anyway, I'm also going to show you the mum because she is weird looking. Like here. Look at her. She is weird. But anyway, if you've read it, let me know. I will not be reading the rest of the series because I think I've got to accept that I don't get along with graphic novels. And so this is my review of The Black Amulet by JR Wallis. It is the second book, and I think it's called the Monster Hunter series or something like that. But the first one is the boy with... oh, where is it? The Boy with One Name. Now, it's worth saying right now that I absolutely loved The Boy with One Name. It was one of my favourite books that I read. Last year, I think I read it. And this one just, I think I went into it with too high expectations and I felt a little bit like it didn't live up to them. It wasn't that it was bad. It was just, I never felt that sort of gripped motivation to keep on reading. I knew what it was about. I suppose it's fantasy, which isn't a massive appealing genre to me, but I think because I'd loved the first one so much, I felt like it would be interesting to sort of see where the rest of it went, and I just didn't get the same vibe I did with the first one. I think there was introduction of more characters, and I found that quite hard to get my head around, and also I felt that I had forgotten a lot from the first book. So a lot of the start sort of looks at the different circumstances where they're living, what they're up to, and I couldn't just relate that back to the previous book. And I think this is a problem with my reading in general, actually, that I often struggle to remember what's happened previously, and I should take the time to go back and find out before I venture on with the series, because I find it really throws me at the start. There's a lot of assumed knowledge, and I didn't have it. Oh, it's middle grade, by the way, I should probably tell you that too. Middle grade fantasy with monsters and monster hunters. What more could you want to know? If you've read it, let me know. If the series continues, I probably will read the next book, but I think I'll go into it having prepped beforehand and make sure that I know what's going on and make sure that I'm really in the mood for it, because I don't know that I was. I tried to read it quite quickly. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.